Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I have a collective reading and a pick a card reading combined in today's reading for you. It is a special reading and I've been wanting to do it for quite a while, but for obvious reasons. I mean, this reading is all about Saturn retrograde as well as what negative cycle are you breaking at this time. All right, so for what negative cycle are you breaking at this time, I have a mini pick a card reading which we will look at. I'll introduce you to the pile straight away, but we'll look into this portion at the end of your reading. Initially I'm going to give you a collective reading for what you can expect during the Saturn retrograde. All right, now and that's what I said, for obvious reasons this has been delayed, because as you know, in a retrograde, whatever you plan to do doesn't work out the way you wanted. There will be delays. You usually don't start new things, and I have been working on this for quite some time, but for some reason or the other, just getting to sit down and do this reading for you was extremely difficult. But finally we are here, so let's not talk about what didn't happen and let's begin with your reading. So to begin with, Saturn went retrograde on the 30th of June and will remain in retrograde till the 15th of November, after which it will turn direct. All right, it is in the sign of Aquarius. Now, what can you expect during Saturn retrograde? See, as in all retrogrades, you have a lot of delays, things don't work out the way you want it to. But when it comes to a Saturn retrograde, the themes that are highlighted are usually in areas of your discipline. All right, self-discipline, the things that you usually cut corners with doing, you're forced to look at it. Now, Saturn is the planet of, discipline. Saturn is a taskmaster. It won't give in easily. If you've got to do the work, you've got to do it in the right fashion. And once you keep at it, persevere sincerely, diligently, you will get rewards like nothing else. All right, so during this period, you will have to work on your discipline. This is the best time to do it. Things which have been left undone for whatever reasons there are, this is also a good time to look at. You may feel a lack of confidence and you need to work on why you're feeling that way. And it's the time during the retrograde wherein you actually take out time for introspection, take out time for, take some time away from everything else, sit in solitude for some time and reflect upon everything, why you react the way you do. Ask those deeper questions, all right? And be your most authentic self and be ready to put in the work, because once this phase is over, what you're going to be rewarded with is going to be something beautiful and something really big. Now, I will first do a general reading for the collective, and for this I will be taking out 6 cards, 5 cards from Tarot and 1 final message from Saturn from the Moonology deck. All right, and I will explain that as we're moving along. Thereafter, I'm going to, depending on whoever's chosen this pile, I will tell you what negative cycle are you breaking at this time and any advice if required. So when you look at the cards, don't get put off by it, because these are all devil energy and this is Capricorn energy. And Capricorn, as you know, is ruled by Saturn. Also Aquarius, but definitely Capricorn. And that is why I have this. And especially since we're talking about what negative cycle are you coming out of. So this was the most apt card in Tarot for you to choose from. All right. So if you feel, upset just looking at it and want to click off, all the more reason that you need to watch it. You don't need to be scared of your shadow side. You need to accept it and integrate it. All right. We all have light and shade and we should own it, because only when the light and shade are in balance can we move forward. All right. So never think of keeping, the misconception that we have is to become all pure and all good and take away all the negativity. It doesn't work like that. We need all traits, but we need it in small amounts. So if one trait tends to become bigger than the others, you know, and that is when all these addictions, imbalance comes, and that's when it has to be brought to balance. So we're going to take a look at that. All right, so I will introduce you to the piles, but as I said, we'll look at it at the end. It's a lot of interruption on the corridor. Someone's been, you know, I've been waiting patiently for the past 10 minutes that they'll pass, walk past this place and go there, but they've just been clapping their hands right outside, and I hope this you don't hear it. But if you do, I've really waited for a long time. They don't seem to be stopping. So let's begin. Let me concentrate here, and I hope you do too. So as you can see, there are 3 piles. All 3 are devil cards, but from different decks. So the first pile, we have the devil card from the Scintillating Waite Tarot, and it looks like this. Pile number 2 is the devil card from the Mystic Mondays Tarot, and it looks like this. And pile number 3 is the devil card from the Tarot of the Golden Wheel, and it looks like this. All right, so don't get intimidated by the devil, and let's go towards the general part of your reading. All right, we are going to be using the Universal Waite Tarot, and I'm going to pull out 5 cards from here. So the first card is going to answer the question as to what energy are you going to be experiencing at this time. All right, then we look at what major lesson are you about to learn for your future during this period. What should you keep in mind during this time? This also wanted to come out. What do you need to release, or what you need to look into again and then possibly release during this time? If you remain diligent during this time, what reward are you likely to receive? And we take out 1 card as your final message from Saturn from the Moonology deck. I find my readings incomplete without a message from here, and we'll take out this. All right. I just happened to look at the bottom of the deck energy, and I feel I'm going to keep it here. It says your commitment is being tested. This is, nothing can explain Saturn energy better than this. All right, so let's begin. What energy will you be experiencing during the Saturn retrograde? And you get the 10 of Pentacles. All right, so if you remember when I was telling you about Saturn retrograde, the themes that you can the themes that you will be facing, I don't even know whether I completed saying that. It was, one was self-discipline, then your dealings with an authority figure, and that authority figure could be someone at work, your boss at work, could be a parent, could be a spouse, could be anyone who is in a position wherein you have to listen to them. All right, or they are the one who are usually whose word is taken as the ultimate, gospel, or you got to listen to what they have to say. So with this card coming up as the main energy, I wouldn't be surprised if this is an authority figure at home. So depending whether it's a small family or a large family, does not matter. Whoever calls the shots in the family, either the father or the mother or the grandfather, whatever the dynamic is in your home. All right, unless of course you have something like a family business, which is a big business, and then it could be anyone else who's looking after that business. That could also be, but I feel very strongly your main experience that you're going to be the main theme during this time for you is your relationship with this one person. All right, or a group of people who are the patriarchs of this particular establishment, and most probably that's your home. All right, your relationship with them. So if it hasn't been smooth and easy, then you get to work on this dynamic some more. Try and understand where they are coming from. Why do you react the way you do? If you are, if you get cowed down by them, or if you just get, put off by them, or if they just rub you the wrong way, this is the time for you to dig deep. Why is it that they are able to push your buttons? Why is it that you react the way they do? Why is it that, what is it about you that infuriates them or makes them react in the way that they do? Or maybe why is it that they give you too many instructions? So this is the time for you to ask all those questions, dig deep till you realize and find the answers which will liberate you and which will make this dynamic a pleasant one, something that you can either know that something you can do to change the dynamic, something you can make them see so that they change the dynamic, or you make yourself strong enough to be to be able to break away from this or make your peace with it, whichever way it is. For each of you is going to be different, but this is the time, and there's a lot of time. All right, we've got July, August, September, October, and half of December. So we have nearly 4 months plus, because we're already 10 days into July when I'm recording this. All right, so you have enough time to sit and work on yourself and to work on this relationship and come to some decisive conclusion at the end. All right, so whenever you put an effort, wherever you pour in your energy, there will always be a reward that follows, in one way or the other. So this is where I feel for most of you who've come here to this reading, it's going to be a father figure or any authoritative figure in your family, or if it's a family business, then take it as it resonates. It could be a father or grandfather, as I said, depending on, or if yours is a matriarchal system or there is a matriarch, whichever way it is, you will know. When I say, when we talk about your family dynamic or a family business, the one who's in charge, who calls the shots, that person is, your relationship with this person is the main theme of this period of the Saturn retrograde. All right, so what major lessons are you about to learn? The future magician. Wow. With this is beautiful. With this dynamic being the focus, one way or the other, as I told you, you either learn to make peace with them, you either understand everything about yourself and then you try and change things, or you learn everything about yourself and them and you try and put things on the table and find a way forward wherein both your needs are met. Or if it's not working, you decide that you are strong enough and courageous enough to do, make things happen on your own. And guess what you get here? You will realize in these 4.5 months, and with your inner work and with your dealing with this person, you realize how strong you are. You realize how resourceful you are. You realize that you have the power to change a lot of things, but you never ever dealt, you just, whatever this person's been saying, whether you liked it or not, you might be mumbling under your breath, talking behind their back if you're not happy, or just putting your head down to the ground and just doing what you're being told. But these 4 months, you are actually going to realize, and sometimes you might just realize that you are so much like this person and that together you can do so much more. It's a beautiful shift. So if you feel that you're being cowed down by this person, you're going to look at this relationship in a different light. You're going to learn a lot from them. So for each of you, it's going to be different. Take it how it resonates. But what you're learning is that you are extremely powerful, extremely resourceful. This is a major arcana. This was meant to happen. It is you recognizing what a huge force you are. So this is beautiful, all right? Wonderful energy, in fact. So what do you need to keep in mind during this Saturn retrograde? And you get the 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in reverse. All right. So when you realize that you're extremely powerful after doing this, whatever interactions, introspection, finding out, trying and deciding what it is one way or the other, and realizing that you have the power now, you are being told to keep in mind that now that you know that you are so strong, maybe this person is now, much older than you and they are on shaky ground. What you need to remember is to be balanced. Just because you have recognized your power does not mean that you start being condescending to the people around you. You remember to maintain the balance. You remember inequality. You remember that, to move forward, you need to be fair. All right? And for a lot of you, maybe this person sees your potential and they realize that you recognize how powerful you are, and this gives them more faith. Maybe whatever responsibilities they were holding, they pass it on to you, and this may cause a little bit of some dissatisfaction amongst other family members, is what I feel. All right, but you be fair in your dealings. Whether people will come around in time when they see how powerful you are and how fair you are. But remember, even if during the time wherein you never realized your power, people were not being good to you, now when you're in power, don't try and get back at them. Be the bigger person. Be fair. All right? This is a very strong message I'm getting for you. Now, what is it that you need to revisit this time or even let go during this time? You get the Fool. Wonderful. The Fool is about a new beginning, starting something afresh. And with this Fool pointing towards this Magician and, the Ten of Pentacles here, everything is pointing this way. I feel you're going to have a new start with, it's going to be a new beginning for you in the sense that everyone's going to be looking at you differently. All right? And you get to look at everyone differently. It's a fresh start for you, even though it's a family dynamic. All right? Maybe all this while people just thought you were just another, just another youngster in the family, maybe. Or just someone in the family. Maybe you're not a youngster, but maybe you have a sufficient experience, but you never were taken as seriously as other members were. But this is changing now. This is what you're going to revisit during this time. You have found your power. You're going to be fair, and you're going to see for the first time, maybe when you were upset because of the way people treated you, even you didn't stop to think about where it's all coming from. But this introspection and now this shift of power is going to make you look at things differently as well. You're going to try and find out why people react, not just this one person, but slowly you're going to want to take everyone, with you as you move forward. And this is going to be a beautiful beginning. You may not know what to do in the beginning when you begin this introspection, but it's going to be beautiful. And you're going to find out there are people who are going to be loyal to you as well. And it's not as though you're breaking. And I had said that, for some of you, you will be breaking away from here and starting afresh. But with this Fool card turning here, I feel you are not going to be breaking out and moving away. For most of you here, I feel you're going to stay in this family dynamic. The dynamic is going to change in your favor because you are standing in your power. But you are also going to start, and there's going to be a new beginning in the way things are where they are right now. So this is very precious energy. And what reward will you get if you remain diligent and you get Seven of Cups? There's going to be a lot of doors opening for you. All right? If there's a family business, as I was talking about, you're going to be able to expand it. If it is just otherwise, if it's just a family dynamic, things are going to look really beautiful for you, because everything is shifted and now you hold the power to making decisions. Suddenly the whole world opens up for you, and you can actually make all those dreams that you have had in the past, you can make those come true. So choose wisely, and remember every step of the way There will be people who, people will take time when the shift of power happens, all right, even if it's just a family unit. When you get all the responsibilities, maybe there are some people who also wanted that, expected to be taking over from this person, but you are. So there will be a few people who are disgruntled, especially if it's a large family, especially if there's some, a large, if there is a business to look after, or even if there's property. But you are the one who's making it, and you are being told to be fair, all right? So just because you reach this place wherein you get it all, and you get to take decisions, make sure that you move with everyone, all right? And you're fair. Your final message from Saturn is have faith in your dreams. Yes. So I feel there is some dream that you've been manifesting. You've been wanting to expand maybe whatever it is that your family is doing, or something on your own. This is something that you've been really, really working on. In your mind, you see it very clearly. For different, this is a collective reading. So for each of you, this is going to be different. All right. But whatever your dream is, you haven't given up on it. Sometimes it goes on the back burner, but every now and then you think about it, and you think about it in great detail, and that is manifesting. And to make that dream happen, everything is going to fall into place. So will it be a piece of cake? It never is. But if you are going to be diligent in these 4.5 months of Saturn retrograde, when Saturn turns direct after the 15th of November this year, you will find your dreams actually taking shape. Whatever you want, you can actually move forward with it. And in fact, if there is a dream which you want to push forward, even if this happens, all the shift happens, and you have the authority to do it, say within 2.5 months from the time you see this reading, even then, whatever you're doing, work on it, hone it, look at it from different angles, whatever it is that you want to do, but launch it only after Saturn turns direct. Have I been saying Mercury all this while? I meant Saturn, all right? I think I did say Saturn. But every now and then you don't realize what you're saying, and since most of the retrograde readings are all about Mercury, it's easy for us to slip back to that. All right, so this is as far as your general reading was concerned. All right, I am moving these cards away now so that we don't get confused, and we will take pile number 1. Why did I bring all of them here? I don't know. I'll keep this aside. So pile number 1, those of you who've chosen this devil from the Scintillating Waite Tarot, what is it? Here we put the key on these chains here, so that way we'll hide these the nudity here, as well as give an opportunity to you to unlock those chains. All right, so and when I'm coming to this reading, it's to tell you what is it that you're going to be unlocking, or what cycle are you coming out of. And we have the 6 of Swords, and we have confidence. I love this, and it goes so well with the general reading which I just did. All right, you are going to get that confidence back. You are moving to calmer waters. So if there was conflict in whichever area, now if that first portion did not resonate, or if you didn't have the patience to listen to that first portion and you have just come for this pick a card reading, then what you're being told is that if you've been in a conflict situation, if things were not working well for you, if you've been struggling for a bit, you are moving to calmer waters. You've made your decision, and now you're moving. All right, and this is because you have shown confidence in yourself. You know what you want. You know you want to walk away from the drama, and you believe in yourself. Such a beautiful card. And this is what's happening for you. So what are you finally breaking? You're breaking these chains which kept you stuck. You may have been in this pattern of arguing and then listening to what everyone else had to say, fighting either within yourself, your head and your heart fighting, or you not being able to break out of a particular situation which was toxic for you, which was holding you back, but you finally finding the confidence to break everything and move forward. And you realize that it was all in your head. All right, Swords energy is all about thinking. So you've been thinking positively and realized enough is enough. I'm moving away from the drama. I deserve better than this, and I believe in myself. So this is the cycle that you're coming out of, and I am so happy for you. Sending you so much love and light, and I hope that the Saturn retrograde is as smooth as it can possibly be, and you reach this energy sooner than later. All right, so those of you who've chosen pile number 1, take good care of yourself. See you again. Bye bye. Pile 2, I remember you had a whole lot of cards. Yes, so those of you who've chosen the Devil card from the Mystics Mondays Tarot, here is your reading. Welcome. And I feel a lot of you are overthinkers, all right? So let's see. You get Justice, 8 of Cups in reverse, Protection, Abundance. Wow, I love this. So what negative cycle are you breaking out from? With the 8 of Cups in reverse, I feel that, you've wanted to leave a situation because it was possibly not serving you. You were in your head about something. It was always that your requirements were not being fulfilled. When we talk about cups, we're talking about emotions. You were not satisfied emotionally. And with this card here, I feel it was all in your head. All right, your needing to walk away was something so big for you, to walk towards your emotional fulfillment, that you kept being stuck there. You wouldn't have it in you to walk away from whatever your dynamic was, and justice was not being served. Not any longer. You've done the work. All right, and justice is finally coming. For a lot of you, I feel you've been working on your abundance, and every time you would think of walking towards the sun, leaving all the cups behind in search of those 2 cups, you would chicken out from there. And I feel that's changing now. You're either deciding to walk away, or you are going to stay where you are, but putting your foot down there and saying that I deserve everything, equally. Whatever effort I'm putting in, I deserve the same in return, if not more. All right, and you're putting it down there because you see your worth, and because you have started recognizing your worth, you are divinely protected, and whatever you're working for in the form of abundance, now this could be in any area of your life, this is coming in. So what is the negative cycle you're breaking? The fact, maybe you had lack mentality before. Maybe it was always in your head that no matter how much I put, I will never get the same in return. I've never been treated fairly. But you're working on yourself now, and you realize that, and maybe in the past, whenever things went uncomfortable in a particular place and you didn't get your due, you would walk away from there. But you would not stand there and fight for justice because it was too much for you. You would be in your head and you would ask yourself whether you're good enough or not. But not this time. This time you're not walking away. You're standing your ground and you're saying, I demand this. I have put in so much of work here, if it's a work situation or whichever dynamic it is. I have put in so much and I deserve to get what I want. And for a lot of you, I feel it's got to do with your abundance. And you are doing this knowing that you are divinely protected, and this is added confirmation. You're divinely protected. Stand up for what you deserve, all right? Stand up for yourself. The whole world can go away from, go against you. Even people closest to you may not always see your point of view. But you cannot give up on yourself. And this is what you're learning now. And this is the cycle you're breaking out of. You are learning to stand up for yourself no matter what. And that is why you're able to demand justice, and you're getting it. And you're getting not only for what you're demanding now, the universe has finally realized that you understand your worth, and the universe has opened its doors for you so that abundance can keep pouring in. So keep up the good work and keep that overthinking devil at bay. All right. So that is all I have for you, pile 2. This is great work that you've been doing, and you deserve every bit of this abundance and happiness that you're getting, and know that you're protected. I'll see you again with another reading. Till then, take good care of yourself, and I hope the Saturn retrograde goes easy on you. Sending you so much love and light. L3, those of you who've chosen the Devil card from the Tarot of the Golden Wheel, welcome to your reading. With this Devil, I get this feeling of envy. Just look at this. All right? You know you're powerful. You know, this Devil actually gives me very magician vibes, but dark magic. So I feel that you know that you're very powerful. All right? But no matter what you create, you always feel less than. You feel the other person's got more. All right? And this is the Devil working in you. You are being asked to stick to your own lane. Just look at what your achievements are and not worry about what other people are doing. All right? So let's take a look. You get temperance, balance, beautiful. And with that, you get surrender and success. Wow. I love this for you. This is just wonderful. You are powerful, as I said. All right. The Temperance card is Sagittarius energy. It is the card of balance. It's also called the card of alchemy. All right. And this alchemy comes only when you're completely in balance. Your yin and your yang energies are in balance. And you are very powerful. And you always are able to manifest what you want. But when it comes, instead of sitting and, congratulating yourself for the great thing you've manifested, you look at the next person, wonder, but they manifested it sooner. And you are breaking out of this energy because you are coming into balance, and you realize that your competition is not with anyone else. You're actually coming to this realization that when you've ever wanted something and you surrender, just put it out there to the universe and you surrender, you realize you're a master manifester, and it does come to you. And now you're reaching this conclusion that the only reason that you are not able to hold on to success is because you're always looking at the next person. You're always wanting something, the next thing. Now you're going to stop, give yourself a pat on the back for all that you've accomplished, and just surrender. What's meant for me is going to come to me when it has to come to me. And I'm going to keep my sights on whatever I want, and I don't care where anyone is going and what they're doing. Let them all get their success. I am going to be focused on my lane. This is the negative cycle you're breaking. You're breaking the cycle of looking at what others are doing, keeping up with the Joneses, any of that. It's going to go out. And so, because you're coming into balance, because you're surrendering to the universe, knowing that what is meant for you will not stop you, will not pass you by. So what do you get here? Tremendous success. All right. So as this Saturn retrograde passes, you're going to see this. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be working on yourself during this time. And this is the cycle that you're going to be predominantly breaking during this Saturn retrograde. All right. And you're going to come into balance, surrender, trusting the universe, and trusting yourself, knowing that you are a master manifester. You're very powerful. The only thing that has been taking away the glory from you is your thought process, and you're breaking out of it. That envy that you feel that someone has something more than me, though I have put in more effort, or I did something in a bigger way but they walked away with the fame. When you just look at your own path, your own journey, and leave everyone else, and you come into balance and look at things beyond I, me, myself in a very limited fashion, and you're okay with everyone being blessed along with your own blessings, you are going to come into this great success, which is going to be really, really beautiful. All right, so pile number 3, that is all I have for you. I hope Saturn retrograde is smooth for you the coming 4.5 months. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you again with another reading. Bye-bye.